Okay. Good Lord. Unlisted? Why is it unlisted? So let's close that down because we know that that works. Let's turn the preview off because I don't need that. Sound check version 2. What did I call it? Guitar cleaning and sound check. Make it public. It's under music. This video is not made for kids. For what it's worth. Okay. Hopefully you don't hear the airplane that is the stream top that is going completely bonkers. Okay. Let's pop out the chat. And then it should tell me if there's a problem with the stream health. Okay, the stream top looks happy. The feed looks good. And yeah, I think that everything is good. I think we're good to go. Yeah, okay. Is there anything else I need to do? I think I'm okay. Wow, this was a lot of work. This was a lot of work. So, what should we do? Let's take a drink. Because I deserve it. I've earned it. Alright, so this is a little bit different. So this is the first public stream I've done on this channel. I streamed to Twitch last night, and I might stream to Twitch again. But honestly, I'm not 100% sure how I feel about Twitch. I'm not sure how I feel about YouTube. But what we're going to be doing in this one is I've noticed that in the streams, the VODs, my guitar is really dirty. There's a window right here, so you can see. And when I move like that, you can see the blinds, which is fine, but you can also see a lot of smudges and stuff. Then I don't really take very good care of my guitars. I used to take really good care of my guitars, but I kind of stopped caring, and that's okay if I'm not going to be presenting. I mean, to some extent I think that the smudges and grease marks are okay, but I would like to have something nice. I would like to look like I care about my musical instruments. So, yeah. I guess I'll go ahead and pause this, because we don't need to be killing the StreamTop's battery. Oops, we do need the chat though. Hey Wolfsight, how's it going? So, I don't have anything too fancy, but I have this bathroom wash rag thing. And I was thinking about getting some actual polish for the guitar. I used to use like wax and stuff. I still can't. I still can't read that. Did it not go larger? Hold on. Well, let's put stuff over here. Wolfsight, I don't think that you've been here for these streams, these IRL streams. I decided that I wanted to start doing. I've wanted to do streams like this for a long time, and I'm kind of only now getting to them. And these are still very experimental. I don't really like being on camera. That's one of the reasons why the EG channel never shows me, is because I personally do not like to be on camera. But for the EG channel specifically, I want to be known for my content. I want people to come to the channel because of my content, not me. And it's a little bit different when EG, it like when I'm playing a character, because I see EG the character as being kind of like the nucleus of the channel. So like it's me, but it's not. I don't know. I'm still kind of trying to figure out my relationship with EG as an OC, but also someone I can like be in a weird way that I've never really thought of. I don't know. But me not appearing in videos is probably not something that's ever going to change. But on this channel, I have ideas to make this channel a bit more vloggy. And this is kind of a good place to start. So normally when you'd clean guitars, you would change the strings. Watch, I break a string while I'm doing this, I'd be pissed. But I use Elixir strings, which are special and fancy. It's not even getting all the smudges off. Like there's a lot down there I didn't get. Now, a wise person would be sitting at a table. How's the stream looking, by the way? I don't have a lot of feedback because I'm still trying to... So I've got so over there, I've got a monitor and I've got two laptops. I've got the Stream Top, which I use for distro delves, and then I've got my other laptop, which I'm using to watch the chat. Because I don't want to load the old Stream Top down too much. And I'm not doing normally. So what I've done in the past is I've used the distro delves rig as a way to watch the chat, but this time I'm using the monitor as a pass-through so I can see what I'm doing on camera real time, and that makes me feel way better about the stream. Because this is still kind of uncomfortable. I can't imagine being on camera all the time. This is totally not my style. I'm way out of my element. But, this is all part of personal growth, I suppose. I think the head is probably okay. What do you think? It's a little dusty. This is a Music Man Sub Silo. I'm sorry, it's not a Music Man, actually. It's a Sterling by Music Man, so it's a cheapo one. And this one was especially cheap because I got it used from Chicago, so I had it shipped over here. But Music Man is known for their incredible quality. And much like the PRS SE series, the student series, it's really, really good quality despite being mass-produced. So I figured I'd take a chance with Music Man, and I'm glad I did. This guitar is definitely a sub $1,000 guitar for sure, but it sounds good, and I think it looks okay too. I don't think it's going to get much cleaner than this, and this is not clean, let's be honest, but I think that this will do. No problem, it's like the Charlie Brown cartoons where you can't see the adult heads. I like it. You know what, I'm going to move this. This is my soap water, and I want to move it somewhere that I will remember, but I won't knock it over. I guess this is not so bad. There we go. Okay. So, I guess let's do this, huh? We'll put this back on. I don't use the whammy bar that much, but I always miss it when I want it, when I feel like doing something fancy. Grab this. So this guitar is tuned to E standard, and I should probably tune it. So I haven't talked about it, but except the voice isn't brass. Except the voice isn't brass accompaniment to the guitar. I don't know what that means. So when I play guitar, not bass, but guitar, I always play with quarters. And I've never talked about this, and I'd love to do a themed series of streams where I talk about my instruments, my equipment, and my guitars, and I kind of go through them and kind of my play style. But this is unfortunately a very ugly quarter because it's got like stains and stuff on it. But yeah, I switched to playing. By the way, is this too loud? I'm using the camera's microphone for now, and I've got my studio microphone, which is ironically an instrument microphone. Peanuts cartoons. Oh, the adult voices are just trombone. Play Earthshine by Rush. I know, I don't know how to play Rush, but I'm aware of Rush, but I don't know of that song. But yeah, tell me if this is too loud. The camera's microphone has compression, so it does a pretty good job of keeping things equal. Hopefully it's not boosting the fan noise on a laptop. And hopefully I'm talking loud enough that when I start playing, you can still hear me. You can't hear me? How about now? I probably won't talk much while I play because that's hard to do anyways, and I'm not singing anytime soon. But yeah, so this is my Sterling by Music Man sub-silo. It's tuned to standard E, and the reason why I say tuned to standard E is because that guitar is tuned to open D, and you'll hear that in just a moment. Let me just, so that maybe you can see it too. No, I can barely see it. I guess I'll look at the camera. I like having this up here because when I play chords, that is a G. It's pointless but cool. So, yeah. This is the part where I'm not really sure where to go or what to do from here. I mean, we could just riff, or that's about all we can do. Sounds off. Rock out until the stream gets a copyright claim. I don't think that'll happen. So I'm the kind of guitarist I like playing with maximum gain, and right now this is the gain knob, and it's about 1 o'clock, maybe 2 o'clock, and this is not high enough output for me. You don't normally play chords like, hey, don't go to sleep. The laptop's trying to go to sleep. I won't be able to see the stream chat. get chords confused going back and forth between standard and open D. So I was thinking in streams like this is a good place for people to ask questions or talk about whatever, because all I'm doing is playing guitar and not really talking a whole lot. I can't really like think of things to talk about while I'm playing, but I could probably answer questions if somebody said something or asked something. But it's also harder than you might expect to think of things to play. Like when it's just me or I've got music playing, I can be like, oh yeah. But when I'm just hanging out and, you know, like it's weird. I don't know how to describe it. You ever lose yourself in a song while playing? No, I don't think so. I could see getting lost in like a solo, but I'm not really much of a soloer, especially not in standard. It's really easy to do anything in an open tuning, but in standard you kind of have to translate. I mean, these are all like... I'm not very good with music theory or scales in general, so I guess I could like warm up. I usually just actually now I just dove right into playing. I haven't warmed up at all. So I usually get bored of playing by the time I'm warmed up. But I think that kind of a classic warm up would be like, oh boy. That was some sort of pentatonic. Wait, what was that? No, that wasn't pentatonic. This is pentatonic. What the hell was that? What is that? I can't remember what that is, but that's a pretty good warm-up. Oh. Well, I tried. Will you wear your paws and tail? You ever find yourself going back to the same chords? Yes, absolutely. I only know how to play what I can play, and I don't know how to play very much. So I find myself playing G, so this augmented C, a D, an augmented D. That's also why I like the open tuning, because you can do so much with it. Will I wear my paw and tail? So, as you can see, I have paws and a tail. And I was thinking of maybe wearing the tail for this, but I chickened out and decided not to. But I have been teasing the paws and tail for a day or two, so I wanted to at least display them. But I don't think that I'm quite bold enough at this point to actually wear them in a public or moderately public setting. At some point, probably, but not right now. I mean, I can barely stream right now as it is. I'm kind of surprised that the stream top hasn't dumped out. It's doing really well. I've had so many weird phantom problems with my streams that every time I'm about to stream, I have like a mini panic attack. Not like, it's hard to describe. It's like stage fright, basically. I always get stage fright. And having these weird streaming issues just makes it worse, I guess. But I don't know. It's not bad, it's just kind of annoying. Yeah, you understand. I was streaming on Twitch and it seemed like, I was streaming on Twitch last night and it seemed like the stream latency wasn't quite as bad as YouTube. And people have commented about my streams that I talk a lot and I talk very fast, and maybe that's why my voice gets worn out by the end of the stream. But I don't know how to not do that. I don't know how not to talk. I guess I could just play. Mitchell, were you asking about playing the same chords because you've heard me play the same thing over and over again? Because if so, I'm terribly sorry. I try to mix it up, but... That's what you do when you play? Yeah. So there's a couple other songs that use this almost exact same pattern. So this is a song called Hit or Miss by New Found Glory. It's an old early 2000s pop punk song. It wasn't very popular. But have you ever attempted a really long song? You usually have to play piano or another instrument to get inspired to play something different on the guitar. I've been trying to solo more on that guitar, and that doesn't really help. We were trying to play a really long song. Actually, yeah, what I usually do is I put on my favorite albums and I play along to them as if it's like basic, like not, I mean, it's just like all these songs back to back. And yeah, I get really, really tired. There's a couple songs. Graduate by Third Eye Blind is really hard to play, and I can only play half of that song before my hand gives out. Hey Fradham, how's it going? Good to see you. So this chord pattern, it's so Blink-182's, what's that song called? I think, is it called Action? I'll try to remember the rhythm. That might be part of the problem, is that because there's a lot of different songs that use that pattern, all I can think of right now is Hit or Miss, and I would have to hear Action to know how that goes. It's at the very end of the song where it's like... But that's Hit or Miss, so I'm not sure. And then another song that uses this pattern is Change the World by Offspring. And I think I can drop into that one. It starts up here. I'll probably screw it up a few times, but I'll get it. For a real challenge, try 2112. Is that Rush? Is that Rush again? I can sing Rush. I'm actually pretty good at karaoke, like rock band stuff, and I can do. There's a lot of songs that I can sing on hard and expert, and I'm particularly good at Rush songs for some reason. Now that is vastly different than sounding good. I don't think I sound good, but I can I can do the pitch pretty well. But I'm usually like half falsetto, and my voice is shot afterwards. But I can get up there. I'm certainly not going to do it now. On something like Rock Band, when you have something to watch that tells you what your pitch is, it's infinitely easier for people like me, I guess. I don't know. I have terrible internal pitch. Like, if I just try to sing, it will sound just awful. God awful. He says he can't even hear himself well. That's great. Oh, boy. So, What should we do from here? Are we done with this guitar? Do you guys want to hear the Les Paul copycat? What else could I play? I don't remember where that goes. That sounded good. I don't know. That was Staring at the Sun by The Offspring. Play something fast. I can warm up fast. Where is that? I'm not really a fast player. I can sound fast. So I said before I use quarters to play. And if you look at quarters, the edges are like ridged. So you can get really weird sounds. Oh, that was terrible. Or was it terrible? It could sound really good if you were going for that sound. Oh, you know something I haven't done in a while? I used to be really, really into two-handed tapping. Let me try that again. I gotta get back into that. I used to be pretty good at it, but now I can't play it for shit. I'm sorry, but that number you have reached is not in service. Yeah, no shit. How'd you start using quarters? Yeah, I didn't have a pick. That's it. I didn't have a pick, and this fit my hand pretty well. I think that I read Mark Knopfler of Dire Straits said that he always kept a pince or something in his pocket. And he was giving an interview one time, and Mark Knopfler's known for playing finger picking, but for this one time, he pulled a quart, like a pence, whatever size that is, out of his pocket and played with it. And I was like, hey, that doesn't sound like such a bad idea. I have picks that I could play with, but I don't think they sound quite as good. And also, I can fit. Jeez. Have you tried any classical? No. My fingers and hands just don't work that way. I can't do arpeggios and stuff for anything. I don't know how people do that. Oh, lame. This is a pick. This is made out of some sort of shell, actually. I can't be normal. I can't just use what are those made out of? What are picks made out of? Not fiberglass. Are they made out of fiberglass? Maybe they are. Either way, I can't be normal and use what everybody else uses. I have to be weird and do my own thing. And this is made out of some sort of shell. And it's really rigid. You know, like a quarter doesn't have any flex, and some people like to play with really thin picks that have a lot of flex. I don't do that. I articulate my hand a lot when I play. So that kind of gives me maybe that sound. I don't really know. I just can't be normal. Who wants to be normal? Hopefully nobody. What is normal? There's no such thing as normal. What should we play? Man, whenever I want to play that, I can't. Like, I really feel like playing this, but it's I can't do arpeggios. Doesn't even sound very good. How many guitars do you have? I have 3. Actually, let me show you one of the guitars I have, or maybe I'll save that for another stream. I'll save that for another stream. I've got another guitar that I don't play, and I'll show you why I don't play it another time. But right here, right now, I've got this one, I've got that one, and I have a bass guitar, and I have a bass amplifier that's elsewhere. I've got both of my, no, actually I have 3 guitar amplifiers. I've got this orange that's mated with that speaker, and then I've got that little baby Black Star, which is about as tall as a beer can, to give you an idea of how small that is. And then I've got a Crate modeling amplifier over there that sounds really good, but it's pretty big. And I'm kind of trying to rearrange this. I don't know if you guys have seen my other streams, but usually I have the camera, usually the camera is literally right there, and it's facing that way, because that's where my desk is. And I don't know why I didn't think of putting the camera where it is now. Because I've got this couch, and a little bit of trivia. Maybe I'll talk about this another time, but a little piece of trivia. I got that couch thinking that maybe the EG channel would have more IRL stuff in it, and it was going to be like a set piece. But then I realized that I had no interest in being on camera ever, and that's not where I wanted to kind of take things, so I scrapped that idea. But funnily enough, we've come full circle, and now it's a set piece again. It's a really comfortable couch, actually. It's super firm and it's awesome. But it's funny that I bought it to be a set piece, decided against it, and now here it is in the background, just sitting there being bright blue. It's funny how that works. So the last thing I want to play is one of my favorite things to play, because it sounds awesome. And it is a song, I'm just going to play it. It's not mine, I don't know why I'm describing. Oh, I already screwed it up. I can't play this because that guitar is tuned to D and I need E. You actually don't need E as much as you might expect, but when you need it, it's kind of important to the song. Is the frame rate dropping when I get closer, or is that just me? Like I'm getting close like this and the frame rate drops to maybe 30. I don't know what's doing that. Is it the Elgato or the camera? I have no idea. Oh wait, actually it's like... S to the E. Whoops. And that's enough for this guitar. The tail will give me special powers. Yeah, like I said, I had it on at first and then I was like, not feeling it. I mean, honestly, it felt fine, but I don't know. Not yet. Maybe some other time. Ouch! I forget how heavy this guitar is. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm okay. Timothy, how's it going? Glad to have you here. Whoa. I'll plug this guy back in. Turn it back on. So, this guitar has a bit of a story behind it. I want to tell you guys. I'll probably talk about it again. Good, it's just a long, busy day. Man, my day yesterday, that was crazy. But I've still got a little bit of work to do, but I'm taking a bit of a break and hanging out with you guys. So, this guitar is a Epiphone Les Paul, I guess. It's like a legit Les Paul. I guess I shouldn't say I didn't know that. I mean, obviously it's a Les Paul, but I thought maybe it was like some other thing. But anyways, yeah, so it got indebted to the mafia and now performs assassinations during the night. No, this guitar is very heavy. Let me turn this back off because it's a lot easier to show. So, this guitar, if you look at the neck, see that? It's got a big old crack on it. If you look at the back, you can see that it's made in China, which is unfortunate, but those are 4 wood screws. And I talked about this on another stream that I have unlisted, so you could probably find it. But basically, this was an old coworker's guitar, and when he was in college, he would play it at coffee shops and stuff. And one night after a gig, the guitar was sitting up against a speaker or something, and it fell. And like I said several times now, this guitar is very heavy, and the weight of the falling broke the head right off. And we were working, and he was the lead developer, so he was my lead. His name's Jeff. He's just like the coolest, nicest guy ever. I miss him. And we were talking guitars and stuff, and he told me about his guitar. I said I'd buy it off him because at the time I was really into building my own guitars, and I'll show you the guitar that I built that doesn't currently work another time. But I was really into building guitars at the time, so I bought this from him and took it home and fixed it up, and now it works. The intonation isn't perfect, and it goes out of tune pretty easily, but it is, honestly, I didn't like it at first because the neck is really wide and fat, and at first it was hard for me to do full on, like, you know, chords, I guess, bar chords. But I've gotten used to it, and now I can play it really well. But yeah, this is a really fantastic guitar, so let's go ahead and tune it. Let's turn the gain down so it isn't terrible. Why don't you guys tell me which guitar sounds better too? Which guitar has higher action? Probably this one. Oh wow. This guitar is way easier to play. And it also sounds really super. It's just a good guitar. I can't say enough good things about this guitar. It looks good. It feels good despite its weight, and it sounds good. I don't think I would change much of anything. Oh, I was going to clean it actually. We were going to clean it. That was kind of the whole point here. So let me wipe it down. Try to get some of those smudges off, and I guess next time I go to the home improvement store, I will pick up some wood and polish cleaner, I guess, because in a lot of these guitars, most of these guitars, like this one and that one over there, they are finished with polyurethane, and polyurethane is what most cheap guitars are finished with. Most guitars, period, honestly. If you look at expensive guitars, you'll see that they start using lacquer and some other stuff. Lacquer was common. I don't know if it's still common, but polyurethane is by far the most common. It sounds a little warmer. Yeah, it's a very good warm sounding guitar. But yeah, polyurethane is plastic, right? So when you finish a guitar in plastic, you're basically taking the wood, because you know this is all just wood, and you're putting just like a case of plastic on it. Very hard, rigid plastic that doesn't flex. So the reason why high-end guitars are finished with lacquer is because lacquer is soft, and you know, by its nature it sinks into the wood a lot better and easier than polyurethane. I don't really think polyurethane sinks into the wood at all. But it helps for the reverberation and not intonation, but the sustain of the guitar. And that's what a lot of the high-end guitars, that's what they kind of market, and that's what the people that use them talk about is how long the sustain is. Because when you finish it with something like polyurethane that's very thick and rigid, it kind of sucks up a lot of that vibration, so the guitar doesn't keep, you know, vibrating, so your notes and stuff just don't last as long. And of course you can get pedals and stuff that can help with your sustain, but that's artificial, and you know, whether it sounds any different, I guess, is besides the point for a lot of musicians. But this is finished with polyurethane, and it seems to be a pretty thin coat, but it is still polyurethane. It's very strong. Polyurethane isn't going to break, really, but it's also not going to... It's really shiny, as you can see, like it's really reflective. If this was lacquer, it would be different. My guitar that's in there is I don't even think the lacquer is on it anymore. It's probably been wiped away. But I finished it with lacquer and a lot of wax, like butcher block wax. I'm talking about the guitar. Well, I'll show you guys later. I was really into building guitars for a long time. It was really fun. But yeah, so this is the Les Paul. that on SoundCloud. That had bass to it. Oh, right. That was one of the first songs I recorded with bass. Like with my bass guitar. I don't remember the chord pattern looking like that, though. Must have, because that sounds right. What do we have the gain to? Oh, the gain is to good. Okay. So I can play faster with this guitar, or at least sound faster because it sounds cool, but it's not really that much faster. So going back, I think Mitchell, you asked a question of playing the same thing over and over again. So there's a song with a really, really cool chord progression that I know what the chord progression is, but the strumming pattern is really what makes it, and I can't hear it. Like, I can't put it together. So I'll try to play it, and I don't think it's going to be right. It's like, oh, what was that? Oh, that's fine. No, it's... something like that. There's another song with a very similar chord progression, but I can't like put it. I can't form it. You know, I don't know. It's hard to explain. So going back to a song that is long that ever played like for a really long time. Third Eye Blind's Graduate is really super hard to play. So for starters, the intro. Da 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 da. He's not strumming. He's just hammering on and pulling off, and he only does that for the very beginning. And I can't even do that. It's I don't know how the hell he does that, but I can play it like this. And that takes so much finger strength to do. I don't know how the hell he plays that. Oh boy. So I've been streaming for 50 minutes. I don't even play my guitar on my own for 50 minutes. And the weight of both guitars like the strap is actually kind of like wearing my back out. So this is interesting. As fun as these are, I don't think I'm going to do them a whole lot. This is a good test. I don't really know where to go from here. I'm glad that I did it, but it's crazy to do hammer-ons and pull-offs that much. I was actually exercising. This guitar is pretty easy to do. Am I doing it down here, maybe? So a cool thing about Open D is that you can just like You were tinkering with some game settings when this popped up? Well, I'm sorry to distract you. So there's another song that I'm trying to piece together the melody in my head, and it's just not coming. I think that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. It's been fun. I've all but run out of things to play. The cleaning didn't really... I don't know, it's okay. There's still a lot of smudging down here, but I've been touching these, so maybe that's just... Nah, my hands aren't greasy, though. I don't think it worked. Maybe a little bit. It could be better. It's better than before, but it's not great. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this up. I got to finish up some work, and yeah, I'm glad to have done this. So I guess this is a viable way to stream. I've got fun plans for tomorrow's stream. Pretty excited about it. It'll be the first of its kind. It's still pretty much the same to you guys, but from my perspective, the Saturday streams are really like, just like totally from the seat of my pants. I don't really have any plans or do anything like that, but this one is a little bit different, so I have plans. It'll be fun. I think you'll enjoy it. So I look forward to seeing all of you tomorrow. It's okay that you missed half of it. It's all good. This is a very experimental thing, and I don't know when I will do the next one, but it will look probably something like this. I'm happy with the set. I just don't know what to do with it. All right, guys. Thank you for